So we're restarting from a 2-0 up for Jinrai, which I think's fair. But yeah, we'll talk more about NT revamp in later situations, but the point reset doesn't seem to work too much. And Quincy's praising me, and I'm more flustered now, because Quincy said good job for filling in that dead air. Thank you, Quincy. And as we go into 0-0 restart, how's this match going to play out? Jinrai probably going to win. That's what's going to happen. But let's hope that NSF have learned their lesson, although they haven't done from the previous two matches.
Is this a straight restart or
I
am
think
I
this
playing
is
to 4?
Yeah, this is a straight restart.
Right. Oh, takes first blood.
I think, didn't that happen the last match as well? Are we going to see an exact
I think it did.
second for second replay? Although we do have the
This
Jinrai
match
finally
NSF
playing
were
the
trading
Ghost.
well until the middle of the round, and then they just lost.
Yeah, but Jinrai picked up the Ghost. Halcyon just letting Smile push him. In all
The same
fairness,
thing, the exact same thing is happening. They're trading. Now they're losing the steam on the trades.
in all fairness though, despite what we've been saying about the poor Ghost calling by the NSF team, I have a sneaking suspicion the Jinrai team are no better at it. They're just a stronger team, skill-wise. I don't really hold much stock that any particular player on the Jinrai team will be very good at Ghost calling. But it doesn't really matter if neither player's going to use the Ghost properly, neither one's just going to, like, force it into gun battles, which they're better at. We want to see a team use the Ghost properly, damn it. We want to see two teams. We want to see two teams that can use the Ghost properly and watch them use it against each other. That's what we want to see.
That's not what you lucky to see that in the group stages, I guess.
And
see
now
that
it's
later on in the tournament.
down to Almighty Sheep and C's trapped in the parking lot, awfully deja vu-ish as well.
2v1, and they really need to play this shit. I don't have faith. They don't watch each other. That's the problem. They don't watch each other. They just watch themselves. And then they get picked off one by one instead of trading.
Sort of.
Exact same thing happened as last time. Like, traded the same amount of players down to a 3v2, which is exactly what happened last time before we restarted. And then they got picked off one by one because they didn't keep the trades up.
See Deep Frog uses that along in this map. I haven't even figured out how to use this weapon on this map yet, not fully. The most useful thing I find is to peek it out of warehouse, just as Deep Frog is doing now, from either the vents or the doorway. And Deep Frog's going for the doorway right now. And does he get any damage onto anyone? He doesn't seem to find any targets. I think he was pre-firing at the yellow truck, but it doesn't look like NSF's going to play that while they have these medium-range weapons.
Taking good angles.
And now, Pizza goes calling, not pushing up with it. We can have a look into Sparks, I think it's now called, because of the sparking air conditioning units. No one is Sparks, bottom of the stairs, no one at the bottom of the stairs. Pizza can push up easily towards the bottom of the stairs in basement, where Hyde and another support on his Jinrai team are holding the warehouse, but Pizza's just staying still. Both these teams doing a bad job with the Ghost. Pizza, like, he'll be seeing people with the Ghost with 30, 40 meters between him and the 45 meters being the upper limit of how far you can see someone. Push the Ghost up until you're 20 meters away from them with your team. Like, if they push you, you should have an assault, a support on either side of you so they don't get the frag.
Yeah.
But you don't need to keep 40 meters between you, the Ghost carrier, and the other team at all times. You don't need to do that. You need to have more confidence. And Deep Frog now taking the ZL onto the vents, in which he gets fragged. It's too late to be taking the ZL onto those vents at that time. The other team will be occupying them. It's not a close range weapon. Halcyon gets a double kill, watching that tight angle out of warehouse. White Sheep does get a frag on Rake Bob as he pushes down the stairs. Now they've switched sides of the map with the Ghost Carrier. The Ghost Carrier's taking it through the vents, and he can go for a Ghost Cat right now, but he chooses not to. He throws it down, sees us approaching from the inverse side of the basement, and it's a timeout.
It was a much stronger round for NSF.
It was. Pizza did a good job of staying alive then. The odds were stacked against him. That was really difficult for Pizza then. He did manage to stay alive regardless, but it's a step in the right direction for NSF. But in my opinion, it's just too little, too late.
An even bigger achievement for Pizza is that he didn't spam any bans.
That's true actually, yeah. So, they took a little step forward at the NSF team. Can they take another step? Can they win a round? Can they force us to a third map even? I'm still a little bit hopeful, but they are the bullied team, the victims of the tournament.
Mighty Sheep has just gotta start pushing harder. The rest of his team. It's
Yeah,
fine
that health
being
pool.
guy bringing up the back. That's a perfectly valid thing role, but it's not even doing that. You have to be covering your teammates.
Yeah, he's stopping at the back and staying at the back.
He's not covering anyone that far back.
And I feel like, not to point fingers, but Almighty Sheep is kind of bringing this team down in that regard. He acts as almost like an anchor, making his team not able to progress any further than the middle of the map because he's so slow to get anywhere. Not because he can't use any movements, not because he can't support hop like the other Jinrai team can. He just doesn't do anything. He stays too still for too long, and a minute and a half passes, and it's a 3v2 for the NSF, and
really bad time to be pulling a grenade out.
And here he is, once again, commonly the last member of his team alive in a 1 versus 3. He has got his full health pool. Something about support which kind of makes it redundant late round if you're playing support with any amount of aggression is that you can take bits of damage, and by the end of a round you'll have 50-60 HP, and your health pool at that point is made redundant. He does have 100 HP right now in the last 20 seconds, and he's just closing himself with smokes into the warehouse when he could push with all those 100 hit points and those weapons that the Jinrai team doing no more than 20 damage to him on his body. He's got nothing to lose by pushing. Instead he's just going to go down to defrogs, Cloaks,
they have the ghost, so they knew exactly where he was anyway.
Yeah.
Not like the smoke was helping.
And it's 2-0 now. Now I've got to say, thoroughly unimpressed by Almighty Sheep's support play, and I feel extraordinarily guilty saying that because he seems pretty nice.
He's gone recon.
He seems like a nice guy, but he's gone recon now. Maybe he's a really good recon
I don't think I've
player.
seen this from him before.
Maybe recon will give him the confidence to push up and get some frags, but he's already been pushed back by the exceptionally fast Jinrai team. He does get the frag onto defrog. And a little bit of team damage, but it doesn't matter. He's already got the frag. Can he get another one? Come on, Almighty Sheep. Support isn't the class for you. You need to branch out. And that's certainly what he's doing this round as he gets the first kill. Now Globe has the ghost. Is he going to take it anywhere? They've already got a frag in basement, they could take it there, but he chooses not to.
He drops the ghost. I don't like the amount of ghost dropping I'm seeing from NSF.
He's actually dropped the ghost in favour of the SRM silenced, which almost makes me think that maybe NSF
silenced
have given up on this match. Because honestly, SRM silenced worst gun in the game. There is not a single gun worse than that gun.
It's absolutely redundant in every possible way. I don't think there's any other gun that's truly redundant like the SRM Silence does.
Right, even the M41 that struggles to find a niche, and Almighty Sheep gets a second frag onto Hyde. He's sprinting around the warehouse. Can he get a third frag? No, he's kind of caught a bit unawares, a bit disoriented. I think all that speed going from support moves rushing to his head a little bit. It's like upgrading from a Nissan Micra to a Nissan Skyline. Now, yeah, even the M41 struggles to have any particularly impactful niche in this game. It's still less redundant than the SRMS. Mile goes down at the back of the map, taking Almighty Sheep's place as the reserve player.
NSF have just been anchored around that petrol station area for such a long time, and whereas Jimra have just been roaming around the map, they've been feeling things out, and then they've just collapsed over them.
Holding angles isn't much use if you can't actually hold them. They could even take the Ghost right now, all and go through basement. All 5 of them, like a snake, slither through basement, try and get out the other side. It's worth a try.
Holding
Really
an
what
angle is
they're doing right now
worthless if no one's gonna walk into it.
But instead they leave it. And are they going to get capped on? I hope not. Glove's forsaken the SRMS. Thank goodness. For a G-Scope. I have no idea why I call it the G-Scope. I think it's a bad habit personally. I think somewhere in the game files it's referred to as G-Scope when it's no less or more.
In the game files.
Oh, when it's no less or more scope than the regular G. If it's the GS, it should be the G suppress, but it's just a bad habit by me.
I do the same thing.
And that Ghost is going to get capped on them. Deep Frog, I think, through the basement, quick as anything, and gets the Ghost cap on them. It's terrible for... They can't even counter a ninja cap, even though they're playing so passively. And it's not looking good. 4-0. Similar result to last match, although for the last match it could have been a 3-1, but they're not going to get that opportunity this time around. And Sees with a sick 360 jump crouch onto some crates.
Sheep is open to get flanked.
Is he going back to support? Yeah, he has.
And he's got his back to pretty common.
His teammate's down there, comes up behind him, and his smoke's down there as well. Yeah. And now it's a stalemate, an unneeded stalemate. Jinrai know they can take this, they know they can out-aim, they know they can out-move them, they know they can out-position them.
Glub and Rakebob are about to meet up. Rakebob has TZ. Glub's getting out of there, he doesn't want anything to do with it. Adam Rakebob starting to push up. They're going to push up behind NSF. This basement now, hide with the AA. He could do something pretty nasty to him.
Yeah, and Hyde gets those 2 frags, and Glub does manage to get frag onto Halcyon, but that's the least of his problems. It's the second frag onto second fastest. And now it's Pizza and Rakebob versus Smile and Porpoise, and Smile goes down immediately. Porpoise, I think Porpoise is a strong player. He's the captain of this team. I've seen him play in pubs. He can aim. He knows his way around the map.
He takes the initiative.
and he's got an MX now versus a support versus a recon with a ZR carbine. He's gonna trade for an MX. He's trading for an MX with Pizza, which is Porpoise a bit more of a disadvantage, but 10 seconds left. Nothing you can do. Porpoise is walking around. These are distinctly pub players playing in a pug match, or even just a tournament match, never mind pug, where those ties not going to work out for you. In fact, even if this was a pub match, you would have lost that round for a 2-player lead on him.
Well, the pub play is really kind of individualistic.
Right.
It's a competitive. We'll really play a bit more cautious. You just wait for all of the, the retards like me to run forward and kill each other in a meat grinder. And you can kind of sit in the back and clean up. You can't do that in competitive. You have to take initiative. You make yourself more vulnerable the more defensive you are. It's a strange dynamic. It's definitely how it works.
Those individual player scores on each team really telling a lot about the current dynamic between the two teams. Defrog bringing up the back of his team though, and Rakebob at the very top. Who would have thought it? Maybe I was wrong. Maybe Rakebob is the best player Neotokyo has ever seen, and I've been wrong this entire time. Halcyon's going for the self-boost into the vents. Not as impressive as Bloodthirsty Hooligan, aka Snow, circle jump from the tiny little ledge below those computer monitors. They're still pretty handy, and it's 5 players against 1, and they take that round, and it's not good. I'm waiting for an executive decision to just ban Pizza right now and make this a 5 versus 4, which will be much better to watch for everyone. And I would not be happy if I was the NSF team right now.
Certainly not.
In fact, I might even be past that. I think I'd maybe be a little bit resigned by this point. So we're into the 5th round. Has there been a tie so far? There's been 1 or 2 round timeouts. There's not honestly that much to say. Each seems to repeat of itself. Defrog now has an SRS. Can he do something pretty impressive with this imposing 1-shot, 1-kill gun if you don't scupper it up?
Yeah.
Neotokyo's hitbox and damage system works in mysterious ways, and the fact that the head hits each other, but still doesn't make an awful lot of sense. Defrog does get that upper body shot onto C's at the back of the truck. He jumps out, gets a second frag to Smile. Can he turn around and get the frag on Porpoise? He doesn't, but Pizza does get the refrag, and it goes 6-0 to the Jinrai team.
It's coming out of normal for a second there. Yeah, Defrog seems to be really, at least mechanically strong with that SRS. He was showing it a bit on Rise as well. Seemed to really get some fast shots.
Yeah, he's got aim as well as movement. He's got everything that you really need to play as an individualistic player, and also the quick swap, the abuse of the quick swap mechanic, which has mixed opinions. I think, even though I never use the SRS myself and I'm a recon player, I think it's really cool. It sounds cool, it's cool to watch. It is pretty overpowered though.
I think it's cool.
I think the game won't lose much by getting rid of it. If you got rid of bunny hopping, the game would afford to lose a lot more.
For sure. I mean, the game wouldn't lose a great deal from removing quick swapping, but I don't think you really gain anything from removing it. At the end of the day, I think you're still just removing an element of depth. I don't think it's super overpowered. I think it's something that rewards skill.
I suppose it's
You can't
worse.
just run into a bunch of people on quick swap.
No, but it is
Just kill you. It's
it is
not
worse
accurate
against support, which a double shot to the chest means that they're dead, and think traditional support should be able to tank that sniper damage.
Right, well, problem is that the don't want to be going up at that closer range, I guess, against someone that's got an SRS and is going to quick swap you. Which is a bit contradictory to how you think you'd go up against a sniper, I guess.
Yeah. And is that going to be another cap on the NSF team as that close close just goes through? And it is, and it's Almighty Sheep who's caught out of position this time. And I think we're going into the match point round. It's not GG yet, I don't think. Oh no, it's 7-0. It's that was their match point, and they got capped on Almighty Sheep caught out of position, and that is GG, I suppose. With NSF team, they didn't even win a single round this match. They lost 6-0 on Rise and 7-0 on Thread Play.